Howdy, howdy. Frosty Fire 10 here, welcome back. Sixth time playing Disco Elysium. And yeah, so we ended quite abruptly in the previous one, so we just continue abruptly.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's just gonna go badly. This guy's very officious.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner.
What? What is it? What can he buy?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify his information.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. 10-4, well, that's...
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says... So, was there anything else?
This is
Understood, sir.
pointless.
Over. 10-4, I hear you.
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fuck?
I don't think he...
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important.
He isn't getting a red.
Request denied.
Nothing is working.
Anything else, sir? Over.
What is the point of this conversation? What is the point? What does it add? I feel like it's just... They can't help me. They don't want to help me. I'm a douchebag. They know I'm a douchebag. I lose nothing.
I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice screeches through static. Sounds like she's a million miles away from here.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
It's me, isn't it?
You know who?
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her word. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Maybe, I don't know. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to get in trouble with...
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
the other people who live around here. Local people, you don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. You do? Oh. What else can I do? No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and showed us your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation. There is silence on the other end of the line.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Did I trade my gun for money?
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
She sighs.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on, the disco things. No, absolutely not. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Alright, we got no chance.
Yes.
Oh!
You've obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
She pauses.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to rent out of your toilet. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to concern in her voice.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Interesting. You still have to find a copy, though, before you can blast it.
That'll do.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end
Yep.
of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? It will take just a moment.
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you, or doesn't care.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon me. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do. Yes, there's no end basking in your glory, yeah? Practically drowning in it. Please, tell me. Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Could be that you were having a heart attack. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile. Yep. Yes, positive thinking is a well-known cure-all. My suggestion is to exercise a lot.
He sounds very careless about it all. Positively breezy.
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off the drinking. The drugs, too. Anything else?
Oh, but speed. Sweet speed. It goes so well
Oh
with
no.
alcohol. Abstinence could have immediate positive effects on your health.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile? Even better. Anything else? What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not our retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
So it's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons.
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactorson.
It's not fucking cryoacrylate.
Oh god.
It's super glue, Doc.
The phone clicks, suddenly hear the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57, over and out.
Her voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio. The white suede feels luxurious. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks.
There's no use pressing the hit button. It wants...
Translation. With alternative translation. Don't even... Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes, guess what's yours? That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again. You're the... No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. What? Jealous of the sorry cop? They'll be super, super fine. It'll be wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Alright, so we've paid for damages. That's not like... Keep searching for the caller. I really need a copy of the map. I'm not sure what to do.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do. So, in the previous episode of this journey, we knocked out the musclehead, but we pressed the button, but nothing happened, so I don't really know what to do. Oh, I feel quite dispirited by that conversation with our supposed associates. We're just a drunken, dispirited lout. This guy's got nothing to say. None of these people have anything to say. A meaning.
Hello again, sweetie.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness. There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane.
Why the yelling man?
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer? That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going?
The dock worker lets out a big yawn, then stares at the cafeteria's terrace doors. Some fingerprints glisten on the glass.
Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say. Thank God, no.
I think we'll go, what is it, a fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred, like corpses to a mausoleum.
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and...
They got it. Majorette's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was.
The way he says measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess.
Well, I already bested him.
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us. Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
But the trouble is already here. Or how else would you call a dead man hanging from a tree?
They say your guy was a killer. Your tree man. He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc.
Wait, who says
Everyone. It's a local rumor.
Meaning, you're not gonna get more out of me. It was probably his colleagues from the Union.
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepyhair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
See on the information we found about the person who was killed. This entire investigation. Bloody oath, saying it's not much. Jeez.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait. No. Ah, it's empty. Sorry about that, Pop.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Alright, so we finally got some information at last. This really is our only way to... There's a locked trash container behind the whirling in rags. Oh, I've got a pry bar. Let's equip the pry bar and open that up. We've got the pry bar there. No. Chain cutters, pry bar. Okay.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
The moment you decide to be a detective, you decided to open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the
the
container.
belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The fuck's he on about, kids?
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified slug, nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I try to flush my cop life down the toilet.
Well,
He doesn't know what to say.
lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron, only in its social sensibility.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the
You've
trash.
acquired an interactable item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Oh,
I pray
okay.
his loved ones never find out.
Mm.
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete. The tasks you've completed flow out of the pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are at home in the mirror. The setting sun. Shit on a stick. The Hanged Man sounds like a very, very basic one. The Furies are at home in the mirror. I think we just go with the basic.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Yes, RCM vehicles have had lights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs, a monetary penalization. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrong. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
It's a good thing lapis lazuli is so well known now, thanks to Minecraft.
With your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to... Is not what you... The ledger quivers in your hand as it shakes.
I just fail everything. Oh well, is what it is. Some progress. Can I take this down now that my physique is super high?
There he still is, looking right through you with his what? Ha ha ha. Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now.
83%, and I fail.
Crying and convulsing dryly at the same time.
This is so bullshit.
The lieutenant is...
Officer, you just need to be stronger.
You can open this white check again.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere.
So bullshit. Alright, let's go to the car. Use the headlights.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start.
The dashboard lights up. The lights unfold with a little click.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote one.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance. Sounds. Two men engaged in a drunken argument, followed by the closing of some distant window.
Ah, Martinez at night.
He smells the air and says...
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean.
No, it does not.
The lieutenant says without optimism.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least, maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Fair point. Let's move on.
Oh, that's a
This
bit
next
sad.
row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
See, Kim, I told you I was a superstar
Call
cop.
it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Yeah, I think that's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He says, decline to elaborate.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
Yeah, that'll do.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page. To the
Oh, I didn't ask the kids about the clothes. Alright, let's just quickly ask the children before they go back to bed, I would assume. It is 9:18. There's more people I could have asked in the cafeteria.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
Please, don't...
Don't listen to them. You can pay tribute to Kuno.
Alright, so I can't mention anything.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Alright, that's a waste of time. Alright, so we're going to go back in and talk to some people. I'm probably missing something. I'm guessing there's time-related positioning where you can only find certain people at certain times. Do we have anyone else we can talk to? What's that about? Nice. Anyone else we can chat to?
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Oh, Jesus.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Yes?
I think...
You see a heavy steel door with...
Yeah, we still haven't solved that mystery. Apartment 28. Let's go. I know where that is. Alright, so we have to do this now. This must be done. And then when we get back, we'll have the debrief with Kim on the balcony lobby. I don't know exactly where. So the investigation, I feel, is proceeding well enough. Well enough, so I'll put it. If the person that was hanging was a killer, then that sort of... It answers questions, but then asks more questions. Night is falling in the city. I think this is the room you wanted.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. No one answered.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Oh, so tomorrow at 9 p.m. Not today at 9 p.m., eh? Anything else we can do? Alright, end of day debrief with Kim. Alright, seems like we've got a bunch of stuff we can't do yet. Oh, I can put the pry bar away, can't I? It's fine. I don't want to carry the alcohol. Wait, is that a different balcony? Let me just check. I think that is a different balcony. Did I search this balcony? Ah, I feel like I didn't.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
He says, studying the contents of Cindy's bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock. Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage. I ain't no...
Actually, there is a shortage.
We weren't put on this earth to make...
Oh my gosh. Where does this go? What the heck is this? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Can we make any... No, we can't. Okay. Oh, something there. Alright, we got some money. Above, tarps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. The door is locked, you can't get in. Do I have anything can open doors? No. Okay. Wasn't missing out on much down there. Lady, any final words from
Give
you?
me a moment.
Okay, let's go. Alright, let's head back. But yeah, so the investigation is progressing. We're finding out who we are. That we're a good cop. We didn't kill a lot of people. But we've had some sort of traumatic personal experiences, and that has diminished our ability to perform as a cop. Alright. Well, I love running around with this stupid torch up. That's really funny.
The door is closed. This door can...
Is this where we do a debrief? Something on the table. Oh, I can go out here. Smell the sea makes you dizzy.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet. Good, they're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
So we got it. Composure. That composure's crazy. Holy heck. 7. Can we talk yet or not?
Yes?
No, it's fine. Alright, we're going to wait till 2200. Alright, we'll end here. This episode 6, in this epic playthrough. Well, I can't even open my own door. Yeah. I'm really enjoying the game. Much more than I thought. Although I do feel at times like I'm being funneled, as it were. And I don't know, it kind of runs counter to my instincts of how things could be. But having said that, I think it has a lot to do with this. So much of the build, as it were, of my stats, specialization, and characteristics does create a natural funnel. And that's kind of how the story's flowing, and the character dialogue options are limiting themselves. Well, me limiting them. So, yeah. Interesting. But, yeah. If you've been enjoying this playthrough, like and subscribe, and I'll keep going. My gut instinct tells me I'll keep going. After the first part, I just sort of... The game just sticks in your brain. And I felt compelled to return. Which is a great thing about games. And any form of media, to be honest. If it makes you feel any desire at all to re-engage with it after you've disengaged. That's a tremendous thing. Not always a positive thing. But yeah, in this case I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it too. Yeah. Hopefully the audio is all good and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, I'll catch you around. It's been Frosty Fire 10 with a sixth time playing Disco Elysium on PlayStation 5. So again, you got the UI console. We had a sip of booze before, so hopefully we won't get too boozy. Whee! And I'll catch you next time. Yeah, Kim's carrying it. He's a beast. And we're a superstar. Disco superstar. Yep. Catch you next time.